it's a sad day for the BC family, the hockey family. But as young men, what were both of these gentlemen like?
Yeah, that's the most important thing because, Johnny's getting so much publicity and the tragic all over the news, national news, but Matty was, the two sons, and to lose both sons, we're both parents. I mean, this is a really hard, difficult. And then they were there to celebrate the youngest sister's wedding, which is today. I just can't put it together. It's just, but they were such a joy to coach. They really were. And, each coach wants to have the best practice today, and they'd make it a best practice because they just step on the ice and they're so creative and so full of energy. We miss them, unbelievable. I can't explain it.
As a coach, you're almost like a dad with these guys at that age and everything else. What were they both like? How did you handle them? Because you handle each and every player differently, right?
Yeah, but they were special. I mean, they were just small little guys when they came. I think probably each weighed 135 pounds, but when they got on the ice, their creativeness was, especially Johnny, world class. And the dad was a terrific player. Guy, I keep calling him Guy, but at Norwich, and he raised two terrific sons. And I remember Johnny getting on the plane in Calgary after the Frozen Four in Philly. I think it was 14. And Calgary was flying right to Calgary. And Jane, the mom, was there with me. And now, John, you got to get your degree. And she forced him. So after about 4 or 5 years, he got his degree. And that made her so happy, Jane.
I think Jimmy Montgomery just said he coached him at the USHL, and he said Johnny had to go to the doctors because he ate too much Nutella and was constipated and had issues. Did he have that sweet tooth here at BC?
Oh, his diet was just incredible. But he grew up on Skittles because the only way the dad ran a rink in South Jersey that he could get him to skate, get him off his feet, was throw a Skittle out, and he'd get up and skate to the Skittle and throw another Skittle out. And so that's how he became a skater.
Do you have any favorite stories of either one of them, either in practice, off the ice, during a big game, during a national championship run?
I think when Johnny came in, we had Kevin Hayes, sophomore, Chris Kreider, Tommy Cross. We had some really unbelievable top-end players, and they had heard so much about this young Johnny Gaudreau. And he walks in, he's like 5'6", 140, and just quietly sits down on the side. And big Kevin Hayes looking and says, "Coach, is this the guy you're talking about?" And then the first time he goes to the ice, "Oh, thanks for recruiting him." He said, "We're going to be better already."
Yeah, I mean, Johnny was just a dynamic hockey player. What made him so special?
Well, you think back in college hockey, and I think of Paul Creer. I think that's a comparable. They just had a great feel, like maybe a point guard in basketball, where everybody is, and they can make those passes. Larry Birdish behind the back to people that you just don't see. But that is probably the most unique part of.
And lastly, being on a trolley, going around the campus after you guys won the national championship. We looked at that footage today. I think when I think both of them, I think the word, you said it earlier, the word joy.
Yeah.
Those teams, they just seem to just love the game, love each other, and have that. What's that like to watch as a head coach?
Oh, it's like, well, I'm so glad we recruited these type of players, but it's just fun to watch. It elevates everything, and even in practice, Greg Brown and Mike Kavanaugh were my assistants then, and they'd turn and look at me. "What did he just do there?" I said, "I'm not quite sure, but it's in the net."
And lastly, this is the tough part of being a second father to these guys, right? This has got to be. You've had some tough times in the hockey family recently too.
Yeah, with Tony Vos passing away with a heart attack, and Jimmy Hayes dying suddenly of, a pill situation, and it's hard. It really is. And for all the joy we get from it, we also share sorrow, and that's part of living life, I guess.